As you can tell, I have a massive TBR pile, and I'm not very good at just choosing one because I'm a mood reader, and sometimes it just doesn't look fun to read in the moment. Hi, Lainey. I'm going to be wrapping all of them, numbering them, and then whenever I feel like reading, I'm going to be rolling a little dice, and whatever number it is, I have to read that book. Oh my gosh. 1,000 Heartbeats by Kira Cass. I got this book when it first came out because I love the selection. And I've bought all of the books that she... Honestly, actually, no, I don't have... Stop. No, don't eat that. It's plastic. I actually don't own The Siren, which I want to because I love that book. That book is amazing, along with the selection. But the two... What are they called? Betrothed and Betrayed. I did not like those ones, and I'm really disappointed in that. But I bought this one anyways because I'm loyal to her. I am loyal, and I will love her forever because she made the creation of the selection. Honestly, that's the only reason I haven't read this book, so we will unwrap it someday and find out if it is as amazing as my husband's grandma told me it was, because she was braver than me and she went and read it because she read the selection and then she read Betrayed and Betrothed, whatever order that is, and she absolutely loved them. She loved them, so maybe it was just me. Maybe I'm the problem. Alright, it's a little hard to do with cat. No. What genre do I usually read? I think it usually sticks to fantasy, but I have a lot of historical fiction because I buy them, because I do love them, and I just don't read them for some reason. I have to be in a really historical fiction mood. I feel like my main three is historical fiction, fantasy, and dystopian. Short. What matters is how big you are inside. It just looked like a cute read. I think I got it from library sales. Actually, I think my husband found that one for me. But most of my favorite books are dystopian or fantasy, usually. I do really love historical fiction because I love history. It has to take a specific kind of writer to actually make me want to read historical fiction. It also depends on the history because I don't really enjoy certain times in history. Lisa Wingate, The Language of the Sycamores. Oh, you know what? I bought this one because I liked her other one, Before We Were Yours. So I thought I would like this, and then I just didn't read it because I don't know. Marco Polo. I had a kid's Marco Polo book when I was younger, and I was obsessed with it, and I've never actually read Marco Polo, and I'm really excited to. I'm probably not going to wrap this one up because my husband and I, at night, I'll read a chapter or two from... Right now we're going through Little House on the Prairie series, but after that I'll probably read him Marco Polo while he's getting ready for bed and stuff, because reading is a lot better for you than scrolling on your phone. And then we both get to go through books together, which is really fun. So I'm going to set this one aside and not actually wrap it. That's going to go in my room. Zodiac Legacy. My husband actually, this was his book as a kid. He's not a huge reader, but he did say that this one was pretty interesting. I'm excited to read it because he has not read a ton of books, and I really want to read some stuff that he read and enjoyed, just because I want to be able to enjoy the books that he actually enjoys. But that's a part of the reason that we're reading at night together, is because he wants to get into reading more, but he just doesn't sit down and read, and I will, so I'll just read to him while he's, brushing his teeth, getting ready for bed, stuff like that. Ooh, The Double-Edged Sword. I bought this book at a thrift store for like 50 cents. That's where I buy most of my books. It just looks so cool. It looks so interesting. Since I am a fantasy reader, I was definitely really excited to grab this. I've never heard of it before, but it looks like something I would read. Like, that cover is just really pretty. If you see a book that you love, comment below what it's about and why you loved it, because I'm really interested. I like to know what makes people love a book, because then I can look for that too and love it for the same reasons. It's just exciting to know why a book has captured someone's heart. I'll actually make this part 1 of 2 or 3 because I have so many books back here and I want to be able to get through and show them all to you so that you know what is in my TBR pile, and if you see one that you like, you can comment below and you guys can just know what's in my TBR pile for the year. Next one is Assassin's Heart. I got this at the same time I got the that sword one. It just looked like something else I would read, but it also looked like something my husband might be interested in. Next we have To Kill a Mockingbird. I never had to read this in school. I was homeschooled, so I didn't have a lot of specific reading assignments because I read so much anyways. My mom kind of just let me read whatever because my English curriculum didn't have us going through books like this. I did have to read a couple books, but it was more for history or whatever, or my mom would read them to us, or we'd have audiobooks of them because that's just how my mom did her schooling. I heard it's on the banned list. Honestly, I don't know why, and it's probably for no good reason. I got it at thrift store too. I wanted to read it for myself and see what actually goes on in this book and why, what reason would anyone have to ban it, because there's quite a few books on the banned list for no good reason at all, honestly. I know some people don't like the history of this one and Uncle Tom's Cabin, which I also need to read. I don't totally know what that one's about either. But if you erase history, you'll repeat it, and that's a very bad thing. And so if you ban books that you don't like just because the content of the history, that's not really helping anyone. That's not really helping future generations or anyone for that matter. So I just wanted to read these so that I kind of knew what people were talking about when they were hating on it, so that if I, felt I needed to defend it, I actually knew what I was talking about. Where do you read? I kind of read literally wherever, whenever. I will read in the car for long car trips. Really enjoy audiobooks, so I'll listen to audiobooks a lot while I'm doing chores. My bed, my couch, especially when I'm not feeling well. Lots of just in-bed reading. What genre will you not read? I will never pick up a horror book. Ever no. Never. Anything I read, anything you will ever see me read, it's not going to be scary. I will read fantasy with some scary aspects in it, but I will not pick up a horror book. No. I don't do that. I'm never ever will you ever see that. Not a dare, nothing, never. I will not put that on my mind. I don't need that in my mind. I have enough anxiety. While He Was Away by Karen Schreck. Did it say Shrek? I don't usually read a lot of romance, especially contemporary modern romances. I just feel like I kind of just zone out when there's modern stuff in a book. If they're scrolling Instagram or watching a movie that I know now, if they're watching a movie at all, I don't know. It's kind of like I'm reading a book because I don't want to know, because I'm not interested in now, in the present, so why would I read a book about in the present? But I'm going to give it a try. There are a couple of modern books that I do appreciate, and so I'll give it a try. We're getting into most of the historical fictions that I own. The Accidental Empress, The Heretic Queen by Michelle Moran. By Michelle Moran? I kind of feel bad saying moron. Egyptian historical fictions, and those have always fascinated me, so I'm actually really excited to read this one. I've had this one for a while, along with another one. Definitely very excited about this. I have some books wrapped. I'm going to cut this off and get some of the other ones ready, and I'll see you for part 2.